Hi, my name is Siti Karmila. Let's talk about flooding. People calling it the crisis of our time, and it is.
Banjir.
Severe flood has many factors that causing it to happen. So, what causing the flood to happen? Malaysia is a country very prone to flood risk, mostly by nature of its physical like topography and drainage, which we call as natural factors. Given Malaysia's geographical location, most floods that occur are a natural result of monsoon during the local tropical wet season that are characterized by heavy and regular rainfall from roughly October to March. Geography can make an area more likely to flood. For example, areas near rivers and cities are often at the risk for flash floods. It caused by atmospheric conditions that lead to heavy rain. Inadequate drainage in many urban areas also enhance the effects of heavy rain. Though efforts are underway to resolve this. But not only natural factors that causing the flood from happening, the human itself are also making it worse. Deforestation and land clearing were two of the main causes of flooding. The drainage system, urbanization, and dam break are worsening the problem. From the previous research, the researchers state that improper drainage system and development the main cause of the flooding. The combination of natural and human factors has produced different types of floods: the monsoon, flash, and tidal. Floods are one of the disasters causing the most damage in Malaysia almost every year. Areas east coast of Malaysia like Terengganu and Kelantan face this problem again and again. In 2014, the flood in Kelantan, which called as Kelantan Big Yellow Flood 2014, is the worst since 1967. Kuala Krai is the worst area hit by the floods. Crossing the river from upstream system that meet at the confluence Kuala Krai quickly caused overflow of irrigation and drainage. Rain of 850 mm for 10 days in Kelantan is more than the normal rate 100 mm. Besides heavier rain factor, there is also deforestation factor. Some deforestation even occur in the catchment area or waterway. Logging activities from deforestation explain why a lot facilities damage. Flood issues occur all around the Malaysia like in Masjid Jame, Klang Valley, Kuala Lumpur, Hulu Langat, Johor Bahru, Batu Pahat, Kuching, and much more to be listed. Almost every year severe flooding incidents happen. Flooding causing a big impact to the society, whether immediately or long-term effect. Flooding leads damage to homes, shops, and industries. The water damage to house, structures, and appliances are some of the effects of flooding. It includes water damage to houses, disruption of transportation, reduction of income, and damage of furniture and other appliances. Also, loss of income due to the closing of business is another effect of flooding. The flood victims have problems with the cost of repair, and some small shops do not reopen after the disaster. Floods also often damage electrical connection and sometimes power generation, which in turn show the downstream effects of electrical power. These include medical treatment and air preparation, which may result in the absence of air beverages or severe air pollution. It can also lead to the absence of sewage disposal facilities. Lack of clean air is combined with human sewage in floodwater affected by airborne diseases. Damage to roads and transportation infrastructure may make it difficult to mobilize assistance to those affected or provide emergency treatment.
Memang bukan tak sempat, memang tak boleh nak selamatkan, nak letak mana lagi, tak boleh. Dan sampai tengah jalan pun air dah naik.
The long-term effect, economic hardships due to the temporary decline in tourism or food shortage leading to rising prices after the aftermath of the severe flooding. The impact on those affected can cause psychological damage, particularly in the event of death, serious injury, and loss of property. The total economic loss and the financial burden on the government were enormous. So, what exactly are we doing wrong and how do we fix it? Now, there is a plan to slow all this down. Many communities and even entire metropolitan areas have developed comprehensive plans not only to try to prevent the floods from happening, but also limit the damage and disruption to critical systems when they do. As an engineer, we provide the engineering solution to reduce flood by control the hazard with structural measures. There are few ways and types of flood protection can be manufactured for certain areas, whether from seaside, riverside, village, or building itself. This technology suit to be installed along the river banks and already being used in Green Austria. In many cases, permanent structures such as concrete flood walls, dams, and dikes alongside rivers will adversely affect the local life and atmosphere during flood-free times. Therefore, many cities and communities are installing mobile flood protection systems along their riverbanks and waterways. This product is suitable for the building, which it can prevent water entering the doorways. This is suits for home and would be a great solution for preventing flooding entering the buildings. Flow defense products are passive flood barriers which require no human intervention to activate. The flood barrier will rise into position from buoyant forces by intercepting flood water at the crest of the driveway or other ground surface and storing it in an underground channel before water can enter the underground car park. This is suited for the town like in Kuala Lumpur. The experts say what's needed now is an even bigger push to change everything about the way we run our world, avoid flooding. The non-engineering solution is to relocate people from flooded area and move them to the more designated areas that are on elevation area. Improper drainage system is the one of the cause of the flooding. Hence, the drainage system should be properly managed and designed in such a way that it can accommodate the wastewater flow, and in case there is a dam break or the bank of the river is full, due to persistent rainfall, the drainage system can easily and conveniently drain the water. Increasing soil infiltration through the creation of infiltration zones to help water get into the soil at certain locations, for example, the tree belts. Use nature-based flood defenses and ecosystem services to reduce flood risk. Preserving or restoring ecosystems such as marshes, mangroves, coral reefs, and dunes in order to create natural barriers or breakwaters to protect the hinterland from flooding.
So, do we have to build more to keep the water away from urban centers?
No, we have to change the way we build our cities and redevelop the existing. So with urban growth happening over the next decades, there's a real opportunity to waterproof our cities, to make them future-proof for that matter, and to be able to deal with those extremes, more droughts and more rain. But the existing cities we also have to open up. Make sure that they can hold the water longer, that they can capture it when it rains and then let go.
So, where does that leave us? We have going through this year together. Let us all do our part in helping these flood issues. The truth is that it's those everyday things that we are going to change anyway. Avoid deforestation, plant more trees, avoid things that could cause the issue become more worse. So, the expert advice is that it's down to all of us to change our ways and shake things up, or climate change is going to do it for us. The main aim need to achieve. This work will help people and government in designing appropriate flood control measures. Here we are combining the strength and effort to do this together and make a better world for us by achieving the Goal 13 of climate action on SDGs. We could do this together.